Here's another neat little spot. It's a mountaintop pond. I don't know if it's a crater of an old volcano or not. It could be. Somebody better than me might be able to identify what kind of rock that is. But the water here doesn't stay for very long. So I'm going to be going over a water recovery system. But basically it's snow melt and then it's been percolating through the rocks. So during a dry season, somebody will have to put a pond liner in here. It's one of the things that needs to get paid for, and I don't have the money for it. But hopefully more of the right kind of people will do that. The other really great thing about this spot is that it's a lot of work to clear a lot of that brush, right? We clear this sage for building, but as far as the fire danger goes, the benefit is this is surrounded by pretty barren rock, and that rock is so barren that fire will not spread on that rock. So that's one of the benefits. The other thing is the way this rock is. Obviously, you've heard some of the hymns and sermons and things about building on the solid rock. It's really windy here, so I'm kind of looking at the wind turbines being entirely realistic at this location. And we get some sun, but the wind turbine situation I think is entirely realistic. And the thing is, it's a lot of good little building spots here for the tiny houses. This is kind of like one of the better spots. And here you can see through those mountains over there. I'm not going to show the valley, but I will say that the valley is not particularly well populated. The only downside of this is that all of the construction pretty much has to happen in the summer, because the only way into this spot is to walk up a stream bed, and the stream bed isn't very active, but there's no road going here. So basically we can clear a little way that's going to be very seasonal. Right now there's no vehicle access. It's hiking. You're parking about a mile away and hiking in, and it's not a hard hike. The stream is virtually non-existent because the water started soaking through in a different direction anyway, so it's really drying up. But what you can see here is natural flat rock little plateaus here, which are great building sites because we don't have to do a lot of foundation prep. It's basically post foundation. And because of the seasonal access, we can use what's technically temporary buildings without having to deal with a permit situation. And the soil, great for gardening. Really, really good soil. I think this will rototill pretty well. And but the thing is, I've got a lot of cottage locations in here where the foundations would be right on rock, and it's got excellent drainage, which is it can be an issue. It's got excellent fire protection because once this sagebrush is gone, any fire really has to cross rock. And once we take out the lower branches on a lot of these trees, if a fire hops across the tops and burns them off, they just grow right back. And there's an eagle. I don't know if he's going to show up in the video. He's checking us out, and it's really a neat scenic place. The eagles live at the tops of these little cliffs here, and so they hang out, and that's kind of cool. But there's a lot of work to be done, and some people who know me from a particular couple of forums, this is the access point. This is the place. For the hunting situation, like I said, it's private property. So again, there's another deer, and you're going to see deer, actually a few of them, in almost every video. And we don't kill them for entertainment purposes, okay? They get invited, they get their salt licks, they get their fruit, and you can see how big and healthy they get. And because we're not really screwing around with them except making things very inviting for them, there's a fair number here, and you can hunt them with quiet methods when the time comes. Bows, crossbows, high-powered air guns. There'd be Not a lot of reason for the sound of gunfire out here, although people are entirely welcome to do training style shooting where it's not a hunting retreat. The deer are only there if we absolutely need them for meat. But it's also part of why my survival food preps don't involve a lot of meat. I'm just doing the vegetables and the starches and stuff like that. We've got meat on the hoof out here, so that's not really part of what we need. But we need people. We need money for things like the pond liner there, which will give us year-round water if we can get the pond liner in. Right now I'm going to show a little bit of barrel water preservation in a video coming up.